Welcome in, Renegades. I'm really sorry about this lighting. I'm going to figure out something to fix that. But we have a huge episode for you today. I have so many different things we're going to talk about, from the ICP meetup to the FTX scandal, which Six Figs made a crazy video for ICPCC. I don't want to say it was the highlight of ICPCC because there were so many different things, but this is one of the catalysts that saved the reputation of the internet computer. Not only that, it brought crypto Wendy O, and it brought Ben Armstrong's attention to ICP in a major way. And what is the best way for a crypto to succeed? Well, it's to have a strong community of people that believe in it. And the cool thing about crypto Wendy O and Ben Armstrong and Six Figs all coming into the ICP ecosystem is that all of their followers get to hear about it. Now we hear Altcoin Daily tweeting about it, asking if he should make content about it, talking about it. There's still those fudders out there like Invest Answers, and I made a video absolutely slaying his expert review of the internet computer, which came from Forbes. But the way he did it, it was like written down on a napkin and everything. But this is the good thing. We had Coin Bureau against us at first. We have Invest Answers, who's a Solana maxi, against ICP, but we have the people that actually care about crypto, care about the community, lift up the little guys. If you know Crypto Wendy O and Ben Armstrong, not necessarily BitBoy Crypto, they always support the smaller creators. I even got a reaction from him on a DM because of ICP. So it's really cool to see these big content creators that support the little guys and also have a really big platform and like support everybody. But I'm just saying that's an aspect of it. And now they're coming to really recognize the internet computer, what happened to them. Of course, Ben Armstrong had an issue with SPF. You can find that out in Six Figs documentary. I want to kind of showcase that because without this, guys, the reputation of the internet computer, without Kyle, without Six Figs, this would not have happened. And I just want to go over this first, and I'm going to link this. I believe I still have it right here. Yeah. So I'm linking this video over here. Definitely after this, go over and watch this video because this is going to tell you everything that you need to know about the internet computer and what happened with SPF. He did make a video kind of talking about this before, but this is the documentary that goes into everything, the broken down details of how this information came to be, and also why Ben Armstrong was a pivotal player in this, and none of this would have happened without Six Figs. So I want to thank him publicly for all of the work he put in, this amazing documentary, this amazing research that he did that basically is talking about SPF weaponizing his crypto exchange against his competitor of Solana. Now, if we get the narrative, it seems like we want to be friends with Solana, but Solana doesn't want to be friends with us. So it's kind of one of those things that anybody who's a real Solana maxi, including Sam Bankman-Fried himself, all are basically the ones clowning on ICP because it is their biggest competitor. It does it better than they do it. They have the marketing in the community so far. We have the tech and everything that matters. So the marketing and community will come. So that's the difference. I don't think Solana is a bad project, but I think there's a lot of bad people on not only weaponizing FTX, but weaponizing Solana against ICP. But I got to shout out my boy Six Figs, man. He did it big here. He spent his own money to create this. He traveled. He flew people to LA. He flew people to Vegas. He literally put ICP on his back. So I just want to shout him out for that. Not that other people don't do that, but especially this one, especially right now, especially after ICPCC, this just has to be seen. You guys have to see this. Support this video, share this video, like this video, comment. Let's get this video to 10,000. Let's let everybody hear about this. And again, shout out, thank you, Six Figs. So let's get into what kind of deals are we getting on the NNS right now? What kind of deals? Why is it profitable to hold ICP in the NNS. Well, 84% of all NNS staked ICP has a dissolve delay surpassing 1 year, indicating unwavering confidence in ICP's potential. So this is huge to me. What this means is that people that are staking right now, 84% of them believe that the internet computer is going to go up for the next year at least. And then you have the people with 4 years, the people with 8 years who believe in the internet computer in a long-term kind of way. And this is what I believe in. I have 30 ICP staked for 8 years with no dissolve delay. I'm going to hope that ICP goes to somewhere around $1,000 to about $1,250 in the next 8 or so years. And it might even go higher than that. That way my 30 ICP is going to be worth over $30,000. So that's why, and then I have, a lot more ICP staked for shorter amounts of time. You can do anywhere from a year, which will give you 6 months of rewards, and then the last 6 months you don't get anything. You could do 4 years or 5 years to the next bull market top. You could do 8 years with no dissolve delay and just collect crazy, insane rewards from the internet computer. So this is my favorite part of the internet computer. Yes, 6 months without getting rewards, locking your crypto up and staking for a year or 4 years might seem a little bit risky, and it did to me at first. So I never went much over a year because I didn't want, I didn't know a whole lot about the internet computer, and I didn't want to take a huge risk on something that I didn't know about. But this kind of thing telling us that the internet computer has 84% of all the NNS staked ICP. That means all the big ICP, all the whales, all of the small ICP holders, medium ICP holders are all holding unwavering in their confidence in the internet computer and its potential. And I think this kind of thing just speaks for itself, right? You have over 50% of the amount of ICP staked, and then 84% of that 50% is over 1 year. So that means over half of the supply of ICP is locked up, and almost all of it is more than a year. So we just had some big unlocks happening. That's why we've seen ICP kind of fluctuate in price at the beginning of the month, and then we really start to recover. So this to me shows more than ICP's potential, but it shows the longevity. And we're going to go into that here in a little bit after we go into Dom's tweet here. So why I wanted to talk about this. So actually, let's just move this down. I think this will be better for over here. Let's just go directly into this one. Let's see. Yeah. So just going off of this, talking about the dissolve delay 1 year, I was going to do it different, but I figured this would be better. Just shows the potential of ICP's longevity. Then we go into this, right? And so they're unveiling the 4-year roadmap and key milestones for ICP, the only 3rd generation blockchain, which means Bitcoin, Ethereum. So Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency, first peer-to-peer network, first blockchain. Ethereum is the first smart contract platform in crypto. You're now able to do DeFi. You're able to, execute smart contracts. And then internet computer has canister smart contracts, as HTTPS outcalls, which means it can interact with the internet. It has canister smart contracts, which is an upgrade to Ethereum. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, internet computer. So the 9 focus areas, including decentralized AI, chain fusion, compute capabilities, and more, the world computer is all set to bring all services and operations on chain. So this is what I'm talking about. So people are confident in the internet computer. Over 50% of ICP is staked. Over 84% of that 50% is over 1 year. They have a 4-year roadmap, and not to leave out the 20-year roadmap that they had at the beginning of the internet computer. And you can kind of go look at that one, and then you can look at this one, see everything that they've already done, and then all of the new capabilities, because the upgrades and the system that runs the internet computer is always being upgraded, right? So this kind of thing is beautiful to see them update this with a 4-year roadmap, give us kind of a bull market, bear market cycle roadmap, right? This is pretty cool to see a cyclical roadmap. So if we start in 2024, this means this roadmap will be complete in the bull market of 2028. So this to me is super bullish. I'm liking the extra effort that they put in, and let's go look at what they have planned. So for the compute platform, we're going to have tokamak, which will reduce end-to-end latency. So that is going to cause any kind of buffering issues to kind of dissipate a little bit or go away completely. This is what we need for games to run fully on chain, like a motorcycle racing game that some of you know called ICP Renegades or GTR Grand Turbo Renegades. The NFT is ICP Renegades and our Renegade token. So this could be really good for us to move our game completely on chain to reduce end-to-end latency. This is a huge, huge milestone that will be done pretty soon here. Increase storage capacity and throughput. This is going to make it cheaper and more valuable to store your data on the internet computer. And it's going to make it in a place where you have no choice but to at least check out, because it's going to compete with AWS in terms of security, in terms of overall cost, not just with storage data, but the overall cost of running your business online. It's going to be cheaper to do it on the internet computer with the security features. So decentralized AI, this is huge. This is going to be the future of blockchain. And as you know, Singularity.net, Fetch.ai, and Ocean Protocol all are teaming up. And as you know, on a video that I made last, I think November or December, we talked about Singularity.net being integrated into the internet computer. So if you do the math on that, which shout out to, I believe it was Grungy Geezers, that said that. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it was him that was talking about that and saying, you know, internet computer is going to be integrated with all three of these cryptos. And so I did some research and I'm like, wait, how is it going to be integrated with all these cryptos? Like, how's that working? And I guess Singularity.net is already integrated with the internet computer. And if Singularity.net, Fetch.ai, and Ocean Protocol are all moving into one blockchain, one crypto. And I'm not sure if they're actually moving all blockchains into one or if they're just moving the token to one and going to have all three platforms with the internet computer. But my guess is they're going to integrate into one blockchain, come together, use the internet computer as a, you know, AI functionality model, and then have their token wherever they have their token. But they're going to have on-chain AI inference, which is going to be pretty interesting to see, which we've already seen an example of AI on the internet computer with Dominic Williams having it recognize features on a picture, which is showing that it can learn. That's the whole point of AI, is that it can learn, that it can look at something, it can learn it, and then it gets better each time. It'll be faster to recognize a picture. It will be more valuable. It'll do what you want better. And so these are the kind of things that are going to happen on the internet computer in the very, very near future. On-chain AI inference and training of large models. So I don't know what number 4 is here. It kind of goes from, but this is going to basically allow AI to run in a larger capacity, and it's going to allow it to learn and become a self-sufficient, self-running smart contract with AI. That's the future that I picture. So pretty cool. And this is one of my absolute favorite features of the internet computers, chain fusion. If you want to sell me on a crypto, if you want to talk about a crypto that you love on the channel, in the chat, let it be multi-chain. Anything chain fusion, multi-chain, you got my attention, because it's not about one crypto. If you think one crypto to rule them all, like Highlander, there can be only one, then you really, you're maxi, which is okay for you. But I'm telling you, the future of crypto, the future of blockchain, the future of tokens are going to be cross-chain. It's going to be multi-chain, chain fusion. It's going to be a direct connection between each blockchain, just like if you want to send money from here to China or whatever through a bank, you're going to have a lot of bank intermediaries. Say you want to send money from Key Bank to the Bank of China. I don't know if that exists, but we're just saying, for instance, a Bank of China. And so you're going to have to send money, from America. It's going to have to go over to the UK in a different bank. And if there was walls in each of these banks, they wouldn't be able to complete that transaction, right? And so there's going to be a lot of things on the internet computer in blockchain that are going to need to have capabilities cross-chain, which means you are able to interact directly with other chains from a certain blockchain. That is the future. That is a selling point that cannot be overlooked. This is a Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So the funny thing about the internet computer is that Bitcoin, right, generation 1 blockchain, Ethereum, generation 2 blockchain, and ICP is generation 3 blockchain. Well, what can ICP do? Is it really the 3rd generation blockchain, or is that just a selling point? Well, if you look at the way that they've integrated with the first cryptocurrency, the first smart contract platform, and the 3rd generation now all together in one ecosystem that is basically going to invite everything in there. And then Solana will be fused together. And I believe it's an ICP hub. Maybe it's Dfinity or an ICP hub. Somebody, I don't remember exactly who, but they are working on CK Solana. I swear it was an ICP hub, though. Maybe it was an ICP hub. If you know, let me know in the comments below. But I remember reading that the other day that CK Solana is coming out, and it's not necessarily going to be done by Dfinity, but by basically people in the community that want to see this CK development, which is chain key Bitcoin, chain key Ethereum, and now chain key Solana. And they will be fused together with ICP to create a seamless single chain end user experience for multi-chain dApps. Canister smart contracts on ICP orchestrate, augment, and interact with smart contracts on other chains using advanced chain key technology, enhance those smart contracts with ICP's special capabilities and its superior compute and storage capacity and throughput. So this is huge. Chain Fusion supports EVM chains. Now, if you understand, this is coming May 23rd. This could really bring us in our CKUSDT, which will bring stablecoins directly to the internet computer. And the good thing about that, I don't know what the fees are going to look like because USDT does have some fees. I'm not 100% sure of how those fees are going to work, but if you don't have to pay massive fees, and I think that's going to be a benefit, that you're not going to have to pay these massive fees to move a little bit of USDT around. So CKUSDT could possibly combat those issues. I'm not 100% sure I heard that, but I don't want to speak out of line just in case I might have heard wrong. Now, Deuterium, which means Chain Fusion supports Bitcoin protocols. So this is going to be huge going into Bitcoin ordinals, runes, all of that kind of stuff. That's the future. So this roadmap, and these are just these ones, right? Chain Fusion supports Solana, Helium. I mean, we have all of these kind of crazy things, threshold ECDSA signatures or EDDSA. Okay, so it looks like this is different. EDDSA. I'm not sure if they got that wrong, but enables trustless integrations with all chains using that on. Yeah, so it does look like it's EDDSA 25519, curved like Solana or Cardano. So that's pretty cool. Solana RPC canister. RPC canister connecting to Solana RPC providers to integrate with the Solana network and enables two-way communication with Solana network. So this kind of thing to me is super interesting to see that kind of feature. Privacy, Niobium, vet keys for decentralized key management. So this is going to not only give you secure, firewall, the secure firewall that's built in, but you're also going to have this extra layer of privacy that is going to kind of change. Like I said, internet computer does everything. It's a privacy coin. It's a utility coin. I mean, it just does everything. I love this crypto so much because this is what another crypto does that we know, Monero, privacy coin, right? So it's funny how internet computer just does it all. Does it all. And imagine Monero coming in to the internet computer and say, hey, use our privacy features. We want to integrate directly with the internet computer. You already have Niobium. How about we add another layer of privacy onto the internet computer with Monero? These are the kind of things that you got to think about that the internet computer not only can do, but will do in the future as things progress. You've seen Singularity.net. You've seen all of these other cryptos, ACH, come in and really take part in the internet computer. So platform decentralization, Solenoid, and Levitron. So edge infrastructure is fully decentralized access logs and metrics. So, and there's 21 features in the future. So identity, Separatrix, verifiable credentials platform. Oisi, a multi-chain wallet powered by Chain Fusion. And this is digital assets, right? Poloidal, the Orbit multi-chain custody asset framework. Governance and tokenomics. Plasma, active liquid democracy. Developer experience, Beryllium. Canister operation insights. So, this roadmap, and you can kind of go in and look at all the future stuff, but this is what they're doing pretty quickly here. And it's just super interesting. I thought this is pretty good going in from that staking, why people are holding for longer than a year. If you look at this 4-year roadmap, if you understand crypto, Web3, blockchain, and what the internet computer is doing, this has to look attractive to you. You cannot deny what this is. And so I want you to say, okay, yeah, they're saying a lot of cool things, but are they actually doing them? Well, if you want to get a complete overview of what they've done, you can actually go, I believe they still have their 20-year roadmap, or you can go find, let's look it up right here real quick. Dfinity 20-year roadmap. Okay. So this is probably where we just went. Yeah, so if you want to know the 20-year roadmap, maybe just go into all of the future features. But yeah, if you go back, you can look that they had a 20-year roadmap, right? And so if you just go and look at what they've already, what they said they were going to do and what they have actually done, it's pretty cool to see, all of the things that they've accomplished. I wish I would have, let's see. I wish I could have got a screenshot of the original 20-year roadmap. Dom, where's it at, man? So yeah, I remember looking at this. Mercury, they had like all these different, Mercury represents incredible technical achievements. So you can kind of check this out and see what they were going to do. They were talking about chain key Ethereum back in the day before it was even a thing, talking about chain key Bitcoin. And it's done everything. It was talking about AI. It was talking about all these things. Now we're talking about utopias and all of that. So, I recommend you come over here and check this out. And then just go to the roadmap that I just showed you here. You can look at it. Just look up ICP roadmap, right? Oh, I've had that on the screen the whole time. Okay. Well, definitely check out 6Vig's video too. How am I? I'm doing really, really good. Yeah, it's always good to see you guys, man. So now that we looked at the roadmap, last MJS. Now this guy, he's a very, very intelligent person. He's a developer. Definitely somebody I keep my eye on what he's doing. Last MJS. Shout out to him. I was on the Code and States channel with him. Great video. Socket-based canisters, though. So this is the thing. Yes, Dfinity is working on some really cool stuff. But as I told you, there's other people like working on Chainkey Solana. And I believe maybe last MJS is the one who brought Python to the internet computer, which is a developing language, a language model. So he has all these ideas, but he doesn't just have the ideas. He has the capabilities to pull them off. So that's cool when you meet ideas with execution, right? So sockets are the main data structure that protocols such as HTTP and SSH are built on top of. So sockets are basically the things that allow you to interact with the internet in a way, right? And build on top of it. So yeah, imagine if ICP canisters each had a socket. The idea is that large amounts of data could be written to and read from the socket, and the canister could parse out full HTTP SSH messages. Perhaps we could even implement candid RPC on top if that's desired. This could greatly simplify building application layer protocols into canisters, hopefully allowing as much off-of-the-shelf HTTP and other networking libraries to work as possible. Wouldn't it be cool to SSH into a canister? 100%, that would be very cool. And what does he say? AFAT. He says, this would be very cool. I know that there is a bit of architecture in the way, specifically that you have much more outgoing with the Meister incoming bandwidth due to consensus. Sockets might actually help you break the compute into smaller chunks. So I'd love to see these developers going back and forth. I wish this had a lot more attention. This needs the attention of the developer community. You know, thinking that you can't build anything on the internet computer is not the way to go. You can do anything. You just got to figure out how to do it. Take it from the traditional Web 2 and build it on the internet computer with the tools they already have. That's all that it is. So Dom is going to say, what is Dom going to say? Well, this is something I was actually talking to a developer at the Internet Computer Community Conference. I ran into this guy. He has a team of developers that work for him. He works at Amazon. He's like a software engineer for Amazon Flex. And he's also built a payment system for an online system. That's what he did. He did that. And then he also built a rideshare company. And I was like, well, bro, these kind of things you could build on the internet computer, right? And Dominic Williams says, in my opinion, what we need is not Stripe, but a real internet payment ecosystem. Gonna work on it. Insert one-line.js into an e-commerce site. Users pay instantly with whatever their crypto is via chain key tech, and then full decentralization because of that. So this is huge. Integrating these payment systems through like ACH or Stripe. I think it could be done all on chain, and you don't have to have a centralized structure that does it. But who knows? You might always have to have some sort of a payment gateway, either that has connections with traditional banks or a system like Stripe. I know ACH is bridging that gap, so I'd like to see that come in more. And I believe this is 100% true. And he says he's going to work on it. So I would love to see Dominic Williams work on this to get it, up and ready, or anybody else that can do it. Let's see it come into place. But this is huge. This is a big selling point, which for developers is having all of these different things: WebSockets, WASM, HTTP outcalls, ECDSA threshold sign, now EDDSA. All of these different things that are really crazy that are happening on the internet computer. And I know Stripe is already crypto friendly. There already is a way to use Stripe on the internet computer or in crypto. And if you can use it in crypto, you can use it on the internet computer. Let's just say that. So this was a huge opportunity to network. Just getting people interested in what they're already interested in, and then letting them know that you don't have to make a full-time job out of this. You can work at Amazon and build a project on the side that could one day be your full-time job that replaces Amazon as your full-time employment. Do something that you love as a full-time job. So that's a selling point for the internet computer. And the way to get that selling point was during ICPCC. Without this event, we would not have been able to network to people. We would not have got to meet cool developers that are actually interested in building this kind of infrastructure. And then there's also the Ride app too. But yeah, so during the ICPCC live stream, the ICP focused event series will become a full DAO through a decentralization swap cell. The newly formed entity, ICPCC DAO LLC, will then operate as a community-owned, self-sustaining, decentralized conference event series with an aim to celebrate the Internet Computer Protocol and broadcast how the ICP connects and empowers the broader Web3 space. Now, as you know, earlier, I was shouting out Six Figs documentary, and this is a huge, huge part of ICP being what it is today. You know, it probably still would have survived, but I think there would have been a lot more FUD. There would have been a lot more doubt, and a lot less people would have looked at it. But now we know why the price pumped and went down. The technology is starting to bring that price back up, and the community has, you know, started to understand what happened. So in a move to showcase a thriving blockchain ecosystem, the ICPCC 24 will offer several key highlights from the community. The first one is Cracking FTX, a documentary that seeks to unveil a new dark side of FTX, focusing on the alleged market manipulation during the ICP token launch. Created by YouTube content creator Kyle Figs, the documentary will premiere during the ICPCC live stream on May 10th, taking viewers on a global investigative journey. And as you see, that is linked in the chat below over here, Cracking FTX, the world of a weaponized crypto exchange. So this kind of thing really, oh man. But there was other projects on there too, like Clown and EXE, both great guys, great guys behind those projects. I believe Clown had a, you know, team that rug pulled it, and then Passion Planet took it over and really brought life back into it, brought life into the community. And then Showgates, leader of EXE, when Doge 98. Great presentation. Let me understand a little bit more about the project. So that's what there. But we do have the launch of ICPCC DAO LLC, and it already has a direct commitment of 2,571 ICP, and it doesn't look like the Neuron Fund is participating in this particular one because of the, I think, Marshall Islands part of the DAO. There was a reason, but that's okay because this is really cool. We all believe in ICPCC. I think Dfinity does as well. They just want a certain infrastructure on the SNS, which is understandable, but not. I don't say I 100% agree with it. But if you are in the US, you still can participate. It says you can't, but all you need to use is a VPN if you do want to participate from Mexico or wherever is safe. You won't get in trouble. It's actually on the DAO to make sure that US participants do not join. But if you want to join, you can. I'm not telling you to, but I'm definitely going to be putting my participation in. I believe there's about a few days left. May 25th it ends. So I think like a week, little whatever, close to a week. All right, so there's that. Let's see what else. Okay, I think that's about it for the news. Let's kind of do this. We are at 1291. And the cool thing about this movement, if you notice, this volume is way down. Well, what does this tell us? We only have 118 million in volume, but wait a minute, it was higher before, and we were number 70 in volume. So how does it go down? And we are number 66 now. We're staying at number 20. But I want to give you a little bit of market information right now. This isn't financial advice, but I've become a crypto expert. Like I'm not trying. I'm humble in most things, but when it comes to my technical analysis of crypto, it is very spot on. Because this is what I do. My mind works in charts and graphs. That is the way that my mind works. I separate things into sections, I group them together, and I see if they work as a group of things. And I don't necessarily try to put one thing and say that that is fact, unless it's already a fact, right? But my opinion is swayed by multiple different factors that all lead to the same conclusion. And most of the time I get it right. And that's what's cool about technical analysis. Now, we did see Bitcoin have a massive move to the upside. If we go to CoinMarketCap Bitcoin, we can just go into this and then search Bitcoin. So we have both of them open. But you will see that Bitcoin is having some big pump too. So this is the thing. If you look at it side by side, you're like, wait, we had more volume than that before. You know, hold on. Let's go to the 7-day. We had the same amount or more volume than this before, like 130, 120, 140, you know, and then Bitcoin goes up and we don't have a whole lot of volume anymore. You know, the price goes down. We sit at under 100 million. And with this big pump, yeah, we go to about 118. So this is the thing. When Bitcoin really starts to move, it doesn't matter if we have 200 million in volume. But in order for us to make a big breakout, we're going to need to see the volume increase. So this is what I don't understand about the whales. They might think Bitcoin is going to go down. But when I see Bitcoin pumping, if I was a whale and I see that my small amount of volume is starting to move the price up, like it goes down and the price is still moving up with Bitcoin, I would really start putting some buy orders in there, because that's what it takes. It takes Bitcoin to move. And then at the same time, the internet computer needs to get increased volume. And if they use those two things together, and of course, you got to be careful with what Bitcoin is going to do in the price, because if it just dumps down again, then that's going to be a waste of resources, except for accumulation, right? It's good to accumulate at this level. Anything under $15 is a beautiful, beautiful, possibly dream level price for where we are at in the market right now. So I'd really be, cautious with Bitcoin, because we haven't seen it hit down to, this 50, where is it? Yeah, 52,000, 50,000. There is a definite possibility of a move back down here. And I think that's what the market is getting scared of, is this move down here. So that's why we're not seeing big moves. Now, when it comes to nice moves, we are seeing nice moves on the internet computer. I'm talking about these big moves like this right here from, what do we see? 80%, an 80% move in how many days? From one day, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. It went up 80%. Now, if you go back and you look at that volume, you'll know why. It went up to $880 million in one day. That's that's like 7x from the volume that we have right now at 117 million. So yeah, you're looking at 840 million in volume right around over here, right? So we see this look at that, 650. It went up to 8. I don't know why it's not showing there, but I did see 800 million in there somewhere. But as you see, yes, this big 650, 600, 300, 800, it did go to 800. It's not showing on here. But there's huge amounts of volume. And you can even see the volume started to spike here. But man, it really went to the moon right here with this consistent volume. And that's what we need to see for these big moves to the upside. But in the meantime, you don't need to see as much volume from a move from $12 to $15. A couple 100 to 300 million will do it. Or a big move with Bitcoin followed by $250 million. That's the way we could really see these volume, this volume just really start to pick up. There was a nice amount of volume over here as well. So that's what we need to see. But as you see, this volume is starting, to pick up, but it isn't like that. So we just need to see this volume really pick up. We have this kind of resistance line that we hit right here at about like 1312. We made a nice run up to test this. The cool part, okay, you see this line. Okay, the cool part is we've tested this line several times. But if we look at the last time we went to this, $10 area, 1050, and even over here, we were far away from this 200 exponential moving average. Then we go and we test this as support, kind of retest it here. But as it moves up, we're not going to be going down quite as far, because we test this as a big support level anyway, because even without this EMA 200, we're hitting, support right here. So this is a big factor for me to be like, okay, well, I'm leverage trading right now, guys, and I have been using this $10 level. Whoops, I don't know how that just happened. Like jumped up there. This level right here, this $10 level as my big support level for leverage trading. So what does that mean? Well, I put my leverage price somewhere down here, somewhere under $10. Okay, so that if something does happen, we break this area. This is a big level of support, and there is a chance we go to this 950 area again, but doubtful. And so because this was a long ways away from this 200 moving, it was kind of pulling it to it, right? That's what the moving averages do. The average moving price. So it likes to go back to that average moving price. And then we come here and it tests it this time and it tests it again. So as long as we don't break this, this could be a nice support level. And if we do, still this $10 level, 1050 is going to be a pretty significant area down to about, this 1047 or whatever. So I'm really using this to leverage trade, put my liquidation. So even if we start to go up here and then back down and all the way down, I still don't get liquidated. Then I make a profit on it no matter what. So no matter, even if I do mess up on my TA a little bit, which happened once, and most of the times I get the TA right and catch the bounce or catch the retracement. But this, one of the times it did opposite of what I wanted to. So I have a backup strategy. If my TA doesn't play out, I have a nice level of support down here, just in case, of liquidation. So whatever 10x, 20x, I want my liquidation price under this level. And so if I put in a buy order at say $12, I'm going to have another one like 10, 15 cents above my liquidation price to push it down and then get it under that $10 level. And that's a pretty good way to stay safe, but you can also get wrecked completely on your entire position. So be careful on that. Not financial advice, but that's what I did. And it worked really well. And I'd only do that at this $10 level. I'm not going to do it at 13. I'm not going to do it at 15. I'm not doing it at 20, only this $10 level. So this has been a great area for me to make a lot of money in leverage trading. But it's also a good area to buy the dip. If you've been waiting to get into the internet computer, let's just show you. I'm going to go from the tops. You could have got in here. You could have got in here. You could have got in here, 15. Okay. A lot of people did. Let's just say that. A lot of people got in at those levels. You could have gotten it at 1460. Let's just go down a little bit further, 1387. So there's a lot more area in the recent times that you could have taken profit. If you got in here, you could take profit here. If you got in here, you could have taken profit there. You got in here, you could have taken profit there. Or you could have bought here, you could have bought here, you could have bought here, you could have bought here. Now, if you did miss here, this one, you did miss this one, you did miss this one, well, dang, I can't get in anymore. I missed 1183. Do you realize we're only $1 higher than 1183 right now? Do you realize it's only $1 higher? And we've went $8 higher before to the top. So if you're like, oh, and look at all this accumulation, people were buying ICP at all these times because it isn't about just the short-term gains. You can make them. There are a lot there to take profit, but then you can also have another opportunity. That's why I love this volatility. And I told people, I think it was on a space yesterday, that we're gonna start to move now. And why is that? Because we started to see increased volatility. So when we kind of consolidate like this in one area, we stay. Then we see this increased volatility. Yes, we did have a move to the bottom of this, but we've been doing that. Top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. Well, why aren't we moving out? No volatility. We see this big volatility come in right here that pushes it down in this big, hammer, whatever. I believe this is an inverse hammer, which is to the downside, pushes us down, increased volatility, we go down. We hit a bottom, we get this kind of stagnance here from this low, but we kind of get consolidation. We start to see volatility on this candle move past this original consolidation period. And what I look for is volatility that moves out of consolidation. If we just stay volatile from 12, to 11, $1, that isn't going to be a whole big issue, right? That's not super volatile. But once we see this move from 11.15 up to $1.50, that starts to mean we're getting volatile, right? And so when I see that volatility, I think there's going to be a move, as well as a big move from this resistance line of the previous breakout, which we turned as support. So I knew volatility was coming. I knew a move was coming. With this 200 EMA, we're just looking good. So I'm really looking. I had a bull flag somewhere around 1330, and I think we already kind of consolidated on that. This kind of little bull flag, I think. I don't know if it was here on the daily, but I do see like some sort of a like bull flagish thing, which I think we already, oh, right to my line at 1330, like I said. So this area right here, we already almost hit that. Things are starting to look bullish, increased volatility, increased moving with Bitcoin. Now, all we need to see for the internet computer to really start to get above this $13 psychological level is going to be this volume. We're going to need to see $150, $200 million in volume, and we could start to move back up to that $15 or $16 area. Things are looking very bullish with ICP right now. And I think I'm going to leave you with that. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot of other technical analysis today. Yes, bro! My first super chat of this week. Thank you. Just forfeit, my guy. I'm glad you're in ICP. I'm glad you got in at $3. Or $5. I think you said $5, but whatever price you did get in, let's go. Back from deploy. Oh man, thank you for your service, man. For real, like 100%. I didn't know you were military, so thank you for that, for real. Like from the bottom of my heart, we need you guys. I wonder how the military is going to integrate crypto. Like for deployment, you'll get a message on the blockchain. Time to deploy. That'd be crazy. Like ICP just sends you a message, time to go to work, you know? I think that's funny. Gold DAO. I'm trying to get AFAT on the channel to talk about Gold DAO. Hopefully we're doing lots of interviews because we just had ICPCC and I was able to network with a lot of people in the ICP community, but also, like I told you, teams of 100 developers, 4 developers. And that's what we're doing, is getting people interested. But I also want to talk about the people that are already building in the ecosystem, not just onboarding new people, but showcasing these projects. So anyone ever get into Gold DAO? GLD Gov, I bought a bunch last year and staked most of it. How did we convert the rewards unstake amount back to ICP? So what you would do is just take your Gold DAO, as long as you can remove it, right? You're talking about the rewards, the unstaked amount. So if you're able to spawn that into a new neuron, which is the way I believe everything works, if you can't spawn a new neuron, I haven't really done a lot with the SNS, so I do need to learn up on that. But the way the normal NNS works is if you get rewards, you stake, you can pull those rewards out. You can't pull out the ICP or the token. But if it doesn't work that way and I got it wrong, it's not the same as the NNS, how I imagine it would work. And this is just, you go do your research on this, is just my thoughts, is that once you get that neuron unlocked, then you not only get the tokens, but also the rewards at the same time. Now go in there, try to spawn. Wait, no, you can't. I don't know about the rewards. I know about the stake part. Dang, I've never earned rewards because everywhere I've tried to, vote on stuff, I never get rewards for the SNS. So I'm probably doing it wrong. That's one thing about the NNS I'm not like an expert on, is the SNS, because it's just so different. Like they need to introduce those follow features for the SNS. That's next project. I got an idea for you guys. Please do this. Make it so where you can add followees to the SNSs, because I'm telling you, I'm not going to be able to go in and vote manually. Or even I put for tracks, I put in the follow, the neuron for tracks, and I still haven't got any rewards. I mean, maybe I'm wrong now, but yeah, I haven't got any rewards on tracks. So it makes me wonder how that feature works, because I've staked stuff, I've participated in voting, and I haven't gotten rewards. So maybe it's an issue with my end, or maybe it's something that needs to be done on an upgrade. But that was a very, very good question. I would post that in the Dfinity forum, or maybe in Gold DAO, Twitter just ask them somewhere, because I'm not 100% sure how that works. But please let me know, because I'm sketched out about staking on the NNS because I don't know if I'm going to get rewards. I don't like to stake my crypto if I don't get rewards, and I'm a huge supporter of ICP, but I'm not going to tell you guys to do something that I don't know that works. And sure, it probably does. It's probably user fault. But yeah, anything. I'm not going to bully Invest Answers, but I'm legit not going to let him come around and FUD my crypto because he likes Solana. Now, if you had like some legitimate gripes with ICP, then we can discuss it, right? We can talk about that. But yeah, don't bully him, but definitely let him know, guys, we need to be respectful, because remember, we have a reputation that we want to uphold. And it isn't just, oh, you came after us, now we're going to send the dogs after you. No, that happens, okay, if you don't want to have a cordial conversation. And that's what we want to do first. We want to sit down. I would love to interview Invest Answers about why he believes this, or if he just went off a Forbes article. I'd like to sit down and have an adult conversation with him and tell him about the internet computer. Because guess what? If we just go and we attack him, we bully him, instead of coming at him with legitimate information so that he can make an informed decision about the internet computer, and we bully him, he's going to be like, I was right. The community sucks over there. They're just going to bully, somebody that is expressing their opinion. Instead, we come at him with facts. We come at him with statistics, and we come at him with meekness, right? And then he has no choice to be like, okay, well, maybe there is a point to this, like Six Figs, like BitBoy, like Crypto Wendy O, right? So in Altcoin Daily, you hit somebody with facts, figures, and features, they have no choice but to at least listen. And that's, I think, where we're at with Invest Answers. I think he came out with some stuff that he saw. He's a content creator. I know how that goes. You look for good information and you want to share that with your community, and maybe he thought it was true. So I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Before we do that, Metal, what's up, man? And Venetian in the house, my guys. All right, and motivational sub, we got it. Yeah, you got to earn respect. I give respect. Like, I'm not the person that makes people earn respect, but if you lose my respect, it's really hard to give it back. But I do agree that respect should be earned for the most part. I give respect where it's due, but yeah, I mean, you got to earn that respect, and I'm glad that I earned your respect, man. That to me means a lot, that my community respects me. But all right, guys, we're going to call it an end because it gets boring when I talk for too long, but I just wanted to cover everything. This is crazy big news for the internet computer, this 4-year roadmap, the cracking FTX story, ICPCC. Like, this is the biggest news that I've had on the channel in a long time. Damien, what's up, man? I love you guys. So just do me a favor, smash the like, share this, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Let's get this video out, not just for me, for the 4-year roadmap, for cracking FTX. I want that video to hit 10K views. It needs to. Go share that one. Definitely. So, all right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP. Bang!